Here's the story how I started this country's first IV hydration clinic. I was working with a different company. It was a completely different industry outside of medical, outside of retail. It was a renewable energy company, building renewable energy power plants using biomass and organic materials, which was then, through a process, turned into electricity. And as things would happen in government, the funding that we were supposed to get was cut off, and I was in a real quandary. I needed to go and planes, trains, and automobiles, 3 different cities a week, and I really got run down. I was having trouble having the energy level I needed to live my life, and reached out to a friend who was a physician in my neighborhood, told him what I was doing and my lifestyle, and he said, well, it sounds like you might be dehydrated to begin with. Went over to his home. He actually had a bag of IV fluids at his home and set me up in his kitchen for my first IV. And maybe an hour later, 45 minutes later, I felt much better. The next day, I felt like I was back to 100% and didn't think much about it. But 10 days later, went to a wedding, and the person who was getting married a physician. The physician brought a nurse in on Saturday morning, the day after the rehearsal dinner, and anybody who maybe had a couple of glasses of wine, too many, and wanted to go play golf or go to the beach were offered the opportunity for an IV. And since I had just done it 10 days before, I decided to try it again. And once I realized it worked for curing a hangover, which it did, the light bulb went on over my head. And I decided to look into this, especially because the other business was still suffering. It would eventually shutter. And so the research that I found was, these are the things that IV hydration can do for you. Good for your hair and skin. It's good for athletic performance. It's good for overall health and wellness to be totally hydrated. And adding in intravenous vitamins and antioxidants is only going to help improve your level of health and wellness. So we raised a little bit of money. We opened up the first IV hydration location in the country. It was originally called Hydration Station. Now it's called Vida-Flo, but that's 10 years ago. We've opened locations in multiple states. I own locations myself. We sell franchises. It's been a great ride. It's been a great brand that we've built, and now we're really ready to scale it and take it to the next level.